Hey guys, it's me, Double D, with another episode of Earthbound! In the last episode, we explored Dungeon Man, a living dungeon. Yeah, that's all there is to it. And in this episode, welcome to the deep darkness. And the blackness of the trees, well, lives up to it. So, there is no room to PSI teleport away from, well, to a town. However, if you talk to this monkey, the monkey's running in the forest. You can stay here for free. Do you want to spend the night? Of course we do, because questionable things about monkeys, well, are fun to watch. You are sure to have fond memories of the Monkey's Inn after your trip. Do I want to ask what kind of fond memories? Anyway, so, didn't you think that was comfortable? Take care and goodbye! So welcome to Deep Darkness. And already we're gonna be experiencing main mechanic. Yeah. You're going to be slowed down when you get into the swamp. As a result, this is going to get really slow, really fast. And if you see the red flashing, yeah, you're going to take damage. Now, what we're going to be doing here is using a particular item. Earlier, back at Scaraba, I think, we bought the piggy nose. If we use it here in Deep Darkness, Paula search for the smell of a magic truffle. It is around here somewhere, but you can't pinpoint the exact location. So yeah, you can use it to search for magic truffles, which are by trees, which are right... in which case this particular one... Let's use it again. It must be a little further up. It's right around this area somewhere. Hey! There's the magic truffle at your feet! Ness got the magic truffle, so yeah. This is a good place to get some magic truffles. And... speaking of truffles... I have a bit of a story concerning truffles, but we'll get into it as soon as I find a perfect time. Because, well, here we are at, well, a surface of the swamp. And if you want to get some more big ball rockets for Jeff, well, this is your guy. He also has a combo yo-yo and the super bomb, but neither of those things are, well, suitable for us. Well, the super bomb can be, but the yo-yo is definitely not. Okay, so I just wasted our money on a multi-ball rocket, and I'm gonna use the piggy nose again because if I'm not mistaken, okay, there was a magic truffle, which is right in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, I might as well tell the story of the magic truffle right as soon as we are done here. So, if you talk to this monkey, I heard monkeys living in some desert can teleport. Oh, you learned how to teleport from the monkeys? I want to try. Will you teach me how to do it? Yes, because it's so cute watching a monkey try. Okay, I'll try it. Here he goes. Here he goes. You okay, monkey? I'll never give up. I want to try again. It's so cute. Whee! Oh my god, is he doing it? He's doing it. He learned fast, and all it takes is running really fast. If only Sonic can teleport that way. I did it! Did you see me? That's awesome! Here's a small gift to thank you. Paula got the monkey's love. So, monkey's love. That sounds suggestive. Anyway, monkey's love. A gift from a monkey. It can be used during battle. I am sort of scared as to what it does, and I'm gonna save it. So, if you talk to this guy, hi, how are you? I am not a bad guy. I came from one of the world's largest economic powers to this small rural village. A businessman that is truly tough has to travel this far for the best opportunities. And I'm a tough businessman, yes sir. I'm also a representative of the doctor over there. A, do you want to buy? B, do you want to heal? A, needless to say, this is a rural village. We have poor items. Okay, let's see what he has. A diamond band, which is for Jeff, a charm coin, and everything else just sucks. But those three things, if I have the money, I would definitely buy these two things at a heartbeat. But we don't, so we're just gonna leave it alone, which just sucks because Jeff needs these things. Anyway, so the other option is yes, you're economical, blah 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 blah. Anyway, if you select heal, if you must talk to the doctor, please talk to me first. Do you have business with the doctor? Yes. It's a special treatment. You'll be the perfect help with just one treatment. The fee for one treatment is $500. Do you agree to the fee? No. Okay, if you attempt to talk to the doctor about going first going through me, it violates the law. Please be careful. Okay, okay, I know he has something if you choose to heal him, so I'm just gonna go through this again and again. Okay, B. Okay, business with the doctor, no. If you send, oh yeah, that's right. I know he has something. I can pick up the fee for you now if you want. What would you like to do? If you let him pay or in cash. So you could pay in cash if you got the money, but however, what happens if you say let him pay? I can pay for you now. Doc, please treat the next patient. Treat him right, okay? The great doctor whispered in each ear. First left, then right. Be healthy. That's it. Yeah, that's all he is. I'm happy to do business with the men outside the monkey realm. Please come back again. So yeah, you can have the doctor himself, or this guy for that matter, pay for you. So yeah, that's gonna be important later on. So, this monkey, it's really dark in there in deep darkness, isn't it? It's pretty creepy, don't you think? If you don't have the Hawkeye here, you're helpless. Yeah, this is why Pooh stored the Hawkeye back at the Escargot Express when he left us. This is the deep darkness. When you walk through this swamp, you'll endanger your health. You can't help it. That's why it's called the deep darkness. You don't say. I want to become a pig. If I can become a pig, then I can find mushrooms called magic truffles. Yeah, that's what we've been doing. So, speaking of the truffles. Yeah, the first time I heard of truffles found by a pig, it was through Farmville, the game everyone played when Facebook was new. Anyway, so, I would go more into the story, but there's so much new material to work with, and what are you doing here, weak enemy? Yeah, you just got beat. But yeah, there's so much going forward, so I might as well do that now before I continue on with the truffle story. So, yeah, this is going to be a really slow episode, which should give me plenty of time to go through the truffle story. There is a present in here, which contains a banana. That's it. Okay, so, if you step into the darkness, you can't really see anything. However, we do have the Hawkeye. And they said that you need the Hawkeye to see through the forest, so let's give ourselves some sight. Yeah, you can easily go through if you're looking at a map, but you can't really tell anything. Anyway, the straw. Shh, be quiet. I look very important, but I'm not really. I'm a cash dispenser man. If you want to withdraw cash, I'll charge you a handling fee, which is the same amount as your withdrawal. So what, do you want to withdraw? Oh, how does he function as an ATM? I'm not gonna question it, as I'm gonna take out my money. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You're basically paying double. One to transfer it out of your account, and the other to pay him just to do the transfer. Yeah, it really sucks, but that's just the way banks work sometimes. Anyway, while I do my shopping, on to the truffle stuff. So, like I said, the first time I heard of truffles was through Farmville, when Facebook was new. So, when I got the pig, I discovered that the collectibles that the pigs get was, well, truffles. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't an internet savvy as I am now, so I didn't think to search it up on Google. As a result, I thought truffles were a special type of pig feces, or pig boogers. Either way, it came from a pig's insides. So yeah, I thought it was either boogers or pig poop. Yeah, I don't know how I thought that way. And several years later when Tomodachi Life came out, I saw the truffle again. And I saw the price of the truffle in Tomodachi Life, which was 60 bucks. And I thought, people pay that much to eat pig poop? Ew! Of course, I didn't read the description and then found out that the truffle that you find is a kind of fungus. Yeah, I was a really weird kid back then. Even so much so if I thought the pig truffles were poop. Yeah, that was really weird. So, I guess there's your childhood story for today. So, if you go down here, yeah, despite looking like a dead end, there is absolutely nothing here. Yeah, you're just led through nothing. So, like I said, you're going to be taking damage if you go to the deeper parts of the swamp. So stay on dry land if you want to. And I just got hit from behind from a Rafflesia, or a demonic petunia. And it's edging closer, so I want to conserve my PSI for now. Except for if you're using Apollo, because we have PSI Freeze Omega, or PK Freeze Omega, so let's use it. Okay, so that's clearly the power of PK... 35 damage. You must really resist PK Freeze. Okay, I'm just gonna kill you with physical attacks then. Thank you. Either that, or I just read the damage output wrong. But so yeah, in other words, I thought truffles were, well, pig poop, and it didn't take me until Tomodachi Life, which was like, I don't know how many years later, like several, to find out it was just a fungus that pigs dug around. I don't know how I came to the conclusion it was pig boogers or poop. Maybe it's the fact that you're collecting them directly from a pig without having a picture in Farmville, and maybe because in the picture it really does look like poop to me. I don't know how I managed to imagine it that way, but that's how I thought. That's how I found out about pig truffles, and no, not the kind of truffles you find in chocolate form. Anyway, this present contains beef jerky. Yeah, that's not that helpful. Anyway, so, if you go to the corner of this particular thing, if I'm right... piggy nose, please. It must be a little further up. Okay, so, if we search the upper area... There we go. There's our next magic truffle. Now, I don't know if there's a lot of opportunities to get magic truffles in this place, so be sure to find them when you can. Oh! There's a bird over here. With a present. I forgot that he did it. Why wait? Okay, you want us to enjoy this bird? Okay. Help, I'm sinking. Help, I'm sinking to the swamp. Hey, it looks like that glasses kid is having fun. No, I'm not having fun. I think he's drowning. I hope you had a nice time with the bird. Okay, see you. Okay, that was my weakest photography skill right there. So, inside this present, there's an IQ capsule inside, which of course I'm going to give it to Jeff. Why would I not? And I just realized I'm running out of room for my inventory. Speaking of which, I did reorganize my inventory off screen. What do I have to say? Queek! Village Tenda comes nobody. Far it's because Queek. Yeah, I don't understand you at all. Anyway, so yeah, I did some organizing of my inventory because, believe it or not, you can actually reach capacity in the Escargot Express. Yeah, and considering I've been hoarding items like crazy, yeah, you can imagine how I felt. Anyway, you are a Zap Eel. Okay, I'm just gonna critical hit you. One hit. One hit and he's dead. Now, if I saw another enemy try to approach me as the Zap Eel ambushed me, and you are... a hard crocodile. Real creative name you got there. Anyway, I believe you're susceptible to PK Freeze, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, so yeah, he is really weak to it. And he is dead in 2 hits. I should really think about conserving these things. And Ness is now at level 55. Sweet! And did anyone else level up? Oh no. I feel sad. So yeah, you're gonna be moving a lot slower in this place just because. And you're gonna be dealing a lot of damage because, or at least taking a lot of damage as long as you're in the deeper parts of the swamp. Yeah, I really don't like it just because you're gonna be walking slowly. And no. Actually, that barf is a new enemy. Might as well look at it. Okay, so its cohort of the Zap Eel is even slimier little pile. Once again, the creativity to these names, man. Anyway, so let's, well, PK rock in this place. Let's rock it out. Okay, and okay. Okay, PK rock and kill the thing. Yeah. Those two are really easy, I just realized that. And you left a PSI Caramel. Well, good thing we have PSI Caramel and Magic Truffles now. I'm not sure if we're gonna have a lot of opportunities to have Magic Truffles of our own, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna use the PSI Caramel on Ness because I just had to use it for demonstration purposes if I already demonstrated PK Rock and Gamma. And probably because I wanted to demonstrate PK Freeze Omega. Anyway, look at that helicopter. Does it look familiar? Yep. That's the one Pokey took with us back at the Monotoli building, Forsyth. Looks like Karma's caught up to him. Where is Pokey, by the way? Who cares? He was a turd anyway. Anyway, so... oh! We have... another new enemy. You are a manly fish, as opposed to a not manly fish. Anyway, so I'm gonna take on the hard crocodile because he hits hard but is weak to PK freeze. And he is dead. Okay, manly fish. Let's see what you got. Let's see how curiously attractive you are as a fish man. If you get the reference, I will love you forever. Anyway, so you jab with a spear. I take that back. I've seen plenty of fishmen that are curiously attractive than you, manly fish. And then we got a super plush bear, yay! And Jeff is now at level 48, so yeah. I believe that one of those two enemies, either the hard crocodile or the manly fish, has a rare drop of a super plush bear, so it'll be worth your time to defeat those two things. Okay, so we're gonna be walking very slowly, but hopefully we're almost at the end, and if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna be approaching a spot where we can get ourselves a magic truffle. So, let's have Paula check it out with her cute little piggy nose. It is around here somewhere, but you cannot pinpoint the exact location. Okay, so, where can we find it? I know it's in this location, but let's try again. Okay, Paula, what do you find? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna search in trees. I'm gonna be searching all over the trees just so we can find the magic truffle. That Rafflesia is gonna be taunting us because, well, it's Rafflesia. It's the worst smelling flower and the worst looking flower you can have in Animal Crossing. Okay. It must be a little further up. Is it here? No. Is it... Hey, there's a magic truffle at your feet! Yeah, that one can take a while to find if you don't know where to look. Use the context clues of the piggy nose if you can. Anyway, so where'd that Rafflesia go? That probably despawned. So, if you go this way, you will get a souvenir coin, and we have too much crap. I just realized that. Well, it's a good time to use yourself, like the pizza. Yeah, the pizza is really good to have for healing, and the banana on Ness, just because he lost HP. Not really. It's really inconsequential when Ness loses HP because, well, he pretty much has the most HP. Nothing is gonna kill him unless we are careless. And I'm curious, what does the soup do? Because I have not tried it. Drink this, you'll recover 80 HP. 80 HP. Okay, Jeff, you can have this one. Anyway, now we can get it. The souvenir coin. I don't know if it provides an adequate defense boost, but we'll see. No. Oh, by 30 on Ness. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna have to give the lucky coin to someone else. Oh, bugs. This is a pit bull slug. Anyway, I believe these are just as pathetic as their slug companions back at Winters and Onett. So we could kill them all the same, right? We'll see. Okay, they are a bit tougher considering they don't die in a single physical attack. But they do die to a single PK Fire beta. And that's just that beta. Yeah. I think Sigma, or Gamma and Omega are gonna kill him. Paul's now at level 50, so she's now at the 50s. Okay, so at least she's gonna be catching up somewhat. Keyword somewhat, because she's still like several levels behind of Ness. Actually, what's a level gap? 5 levels behind. I mean, it's not that big of a gap, but considering that she died to the Kraken when Ness was the only one left, yeah. Anyway, so I think this is just an alternate way back here. So, if you go up here to this little thing, you will get, if I could get up here, a rock candy. I just realized I have not used the rock candy I got back at Dalam, at the pink cloud. Once again, even though that fish was, well, manly, I just can't seem to get so curiously attracted to manly fish at all. Anyway, so if we go further up ahead, yeah, there's gonna be a really slow crawl, and check it out. There's a huge red big pile of barf right up there. You might want to use this time to heal up if you can. Unfortunately, I don't have the proper healing items aside from the cup of life noodles and several magic truffles I've collected. Oh, beef jerky, I could use that. I'm just gonna use it on Paula because she has the least HP. Anyway, does that little red sludge look familiar? You may have forgotten, but... I am the return of Belch! I fought you before. P.U. Don't you remember my ripe odor? Belch has trained more and has returned much stronger. Belch has also changed his name to Puke! Barf, vomit, barf, bark, chuck, chuck! Drown to death and puke! Don't you think that's an incredibly masculine taunt to throw at you? It's incredibly gross if you ask me. This is Master Barf! Okay, so, Master Barf. If you still have the fly honey on you for whatever reason, that's not gonna work on you this time. Okay, so, you could just come with a really good strategy and just do all you can to defend yourself or lower his defenses. In that case, I'm gonna use Paula's Sigma, shield. However... You remember we have this multi-bottle rocket with us? Well, let's go use it by having Master Barf be the first target of such a thing. As soon as Paula uses PSI Shield Sigma and protects everyone. Anyway, Jeff, do your thing! 2,484 damage! Suddenly Pooh swooped down from the sky! Pooh uses new power! PK Starstorm! Alpha! And Pooh just came right in time and does 378 damage. Yeah, the multi-bottle rocket makes him a joke. And he left a Casey bat. Paula took it. Ness's level's at 56. Okay, so let's... Sweet. Okay, so yeah, Pooh's gonna catch up to us really quick. So yeah, Pooh just came to us to save us with PK Starstorm. And that's it. Of course, yeah. The multi-bottle rocket just pretty much kills him in one hit. Yeah. Of course I want to show you that you can do it. I mean, I would have done it the legit way, but, you know. Anyway, so, we have the Manly Fish's brother. I would make a joke about the two Manly Fish doing things, but no, that just would be way too inappropriate. Anyway, so let's take out the Manly Fish's brothers to, well, kill him. And you know what? By this point, the multi-ball rocket is going to be superior. And we now have a new PSI in the form of PK Starstorm. Let's use it. If Paula doesn't kill him first. Okay, he's definitely not going to kill him. But the big ball rocket did. Pooh, I don't think you're going to have your chance to shine. Oh, never mind. So, PK Starstorm. This was originally Pooh's move, and Ness borrowed it for Smash. When Ness already has his signature move in, well, PK Rockin', why didn't he use that for Smash, I will never know. By the way, Paula leveled up to level 51. And she learned PK Shield Beta. Personally, I find Sigma superior. Also, Jeff leveled up to 49, but who cares? He has lots of powerful stuff. That level is practically irrelevant by this point. Anyway, so... there is no treasures in here. However, somewhere in here... let's have Paula use her piggy nose once again. There is the smell of a magic truffle. It is somewhere in this area. Well, the location of the magic truffle is... well, let's have Paula use the piggy nose once again. Must be a little further up. Is it further up? Yeah, the exact positioning for the magic truffles can be picky, so... yeah. Ah, there we are. There's a magic truffle to your feet. Paula got the magic truffle. Okay, so... I guess that's all the treasures you can find here in the deep darkness. Or at least the bright light. That was a terrible joke, and I should feel ashamed for that. Maybe it's the fact that I am recording this like at midnight. Anyway, so... there is no more swamplands here. And this is the end of the deep darkness. Let's go to this cave to see what we can find. Well, aren't you a bit of a strange thing? We're shy. That's good to hear. We're shy. That's also a good thing to hear. Weird junk. And let me guess, this phone? Okay, good. This is where you could call Dad and stuff. So, since we arrived at this weird village from the deep darkness and defeated Master Barf with a single hit from Jeff's multi-ball rocket, and Pooh came to save the day, even though Jeff did a lot of the work, I think we're gonna end things off here. Next time on Earthbound, we're gonna be taking a look at this strange village of these strange beings, who for whatever reason can't talk to us because they're shy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!